行くぞ。Genocide Kata!
Hello everyone, what's happening? This is Forgo and Halloween update is here, so let's just dive right on into it and see what's all in here. So the first thing I want to talk about was what's in the shop. They got some new packages in here. You know, the first package here is for $80. You can actually get you got a fest selector for any character with shock and chill damage. So you can actually pick one of these characters. You could also choose 2 memory selectors for characters with shock and chill. That's actually pretty crazy. And then you can also choose 2 set cards of your fest cards. And then you get 3 million gold, you get a bunch of capsules for $80. It's honestly, compared to the prices in the game for things, it's not a bad deal, but it is, I mean, $80 is a lot of money. Then you got this one here for $30, which I actually think is a decent deal. You get 2 fighter summon tokens, which means 20 summons. Then you get 20 summons for cards. You get 800 rubies. You get, I mean, this is RNG, but you do get a fest voucher. Or fighter voucher, I'm sorry. And then a card voucher for $30. It's not bad. You can buy 5 of these. This one here is the one that's interesting to me. You can actually go ahead and buy Halloween Gatecrusher Alice. And she does look like a strong character. I don't know how good she's going to be until I actually can play her. But, I mean, if you want to save yourself the RNG, save yourself going to the pity. If you're using another character for your pity selector and you have the money available to you, I mean, maybe it's an okay deal. You do get a memory. You do get 2 green memories, which you can use to level up another character or just level up her. Plus, you get an imprint stone selection box. You can actually pick one of these imprint stones. There's a lot of good ones in there. You get the unpairing kit. Honestly, I think these are just stupid. And then you get the auto clear tickets. I mean, it is pricey, man. $100 is a lot of money. It's really up to you as to whether or not you want to buy that. And then this one here for $80, you can buy 2 of these. You have a Fest Memory Selector where you can choose any Fest memory you want. But you also, I mean, it's RNG based, but your yellow fighter, red, purple, blue, and green, you can actually, I mean, they're going to pick one of these characters for you. So, like right here, you know, you have my math is not correct probably, but around a 13% chance, something like that, to get one of these yellow characters. And the same with the red, the same with the purple. So, I mean, $80, I mean, it's actually not a bad deal considering that most characters we do need in the game. Pretty much most fest characters we do need. I mean, I'm not trying to advocate for you to go out and spend money. I'm just saying it's not that bad of a deal. Wish there was rubies in there, but there isn't. The next thing I want to touch on is Ambush Omega Rugal. Now, Omega here, this is so this is the new guild raid. Now, I haven't played it yet. I don't have a lot of free time. By the time I got to the update, I was actually pretty much getting ready to go to work. But you can see you got the 4 difficulties here, and there's our keys. These keys are what's going to allow us to play the game so many times. And your whole guild, the cumulative damage from your whole guild is what's going to move you forward, is what it looks like to me. So like these gentlemen, they're in my guild. This is the scores they put up. You can actually click on here, see the teams they use. So my boy Nendemonia, he's using K here, and Keo and Geese. K giving that leadership, bumping up their PG gain. And you got 2 characters with burn damage. And that's what you're going to need. You know, you're going to need characters with burn. I'm not really sure what the best team's going to be, but I imagine K and Keo are going to be really good for this. We will see. I really got to go into a little bit more detail on this. And actually, if you go into the guild here, you can see the guild raid is right here. And if you look at the exchange shop, now we have experience bottles in here, which is freaking awesome. I mean, this is actually really good. I'm actually happy to see this. And we still have the KOF All-Star Fighter tickets, the battle card tickets. I can't remember how much these were before, but that's really nice. I've been saving these guild coins forever. So it's actually really nice that they have this. We got more capsules. I believe this is more than what it was before, but I could be wrong. And you can actually just come in here and click on your guild raid and jump right in here and start doing this. So this is actually really good. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. The rewards. So when you're on easy and you can accumulate over 48 million damage, you'll be able to get these imprint stones. And they got imprint stones for increased attack, increased burn for blue characters, and so on and so on, red, green, yellow, and so on. You know, you can get the hammers and so on. But if you can get all the way to expert, get a load of this. Now look at this crap. Now you got these crazy imprint stones that offer 3 different stats. You know, this like this stone here will work on a green defensive fire, increase their burn and attack. You know, this one here will increase their attack, their burn on a defense fire that's yellow, and so on and so on. These are excellent imprint stones. You can even get an unpairing kit here. You can get gold hammers here. You can get all these skill level up cards. I mean, they got these new cards here that really jump up your skill level rate. These are crazy. These are crazy ones here. I'm not sure how much. I'm going to have to do some testing. But you can get memories in here. You can get experience bottle by 5 here. You know, the skill level 5. I mean, it's just crazy. So there is a lot of goodies in this. So you definitely want to have a good, strong guild or a guild, period, where you can come in here. And these keys are going to allow you so many times. So when I click on ready, you see the 1 key. We can do this twice. I'm not sure if you can use the same team twice or if you have to use two separate teams. I'm not really sure. So that's something I'm going to have to test. But very, very cool. Very, very interesting. The next thing we have is this Immortal Rock or rank or whatever you want to call it. Rock? Immortal Rock. We'll say Rock. And this thing here is, you know, the first team here, increased damage received by the target when attacking a burn target. So the burn characters are very valuable right now as far as trying to gain some rubies. Significantly decreases the boss defenses upon removing their buff with a blast skill. So characters with blast skills and burn are definitely going to be what you want in your first team. The second team significantly increases burn damage and gains super armor upon removing the boss's poison effect with super armor. Okay, so the second team you want characters that have super armor so you can remove the burn effect. And of course, the decreased power charge rate. We'll see if the real cards are going to be worth a crap in this. I have no idea. Going to have to do some testing. And of course, as always with all of these things, you know, there's imprint stones. There's crap tons of freaking rubies. Really, really good stuff. The next thing we got is this new pumpkin here. This is pretty cool. You can actually get some experience bottles, which is really nice that you actually can maybe get 5 or 4, 3, 2, 1, whatever the level, different levels, which is great. You can actually get capsules, which is also really nice. So really good that they're getting free. Plus, you're going to get little rubies. Very cool, very cool. We also have this new Rush event. And in the Rush event, you'll be able to get from the exchange shop, you'll be able to get Mary here. You'll be able to get her card. You actually get gold hammers every single day. 2 of these gold hammers today. These things are very rare. I highly advise doing this so you can start collecting your capsules and gold and these all-stars every day that you can. I really would be working on this every single day so you can acquire those. Plus, you're going to get some rubies as well. There's actually a lot of good stuff in here. And I know I'm kind of quickly brushing over it, and that's because I just don't have a lot of time. But there's a lot of great stuff. You got the new Terrifying Zombie Rod, which is great. Click on this thing here. Go to the reward info. And you're going to get rubies. It's not as many as before. This, for judging from what we saw in the live stream, it looks a lot easier, but it's free rubies. It doesn't look like it doesn't matter what effects, so just bring in stronger characters to do as much damage to this guy that you can. I don't believe he even has a color. So it doesn't matter what color you bring in here. So that's really nice as well. Lots of things for us to do, lots of little events and challenges. I'm actually very, very intrigued by the Omega Rugal, but you know, Rugal's my boy, so I mean, maybe that's why I'm excited for that. And then they threw a little loop for us. So we also have the new cards. We've talked about the Leah cards in the last video, but they also gave us a little something. Check this out. This is a little surprise. They gave us a option card for K, and get a load of this thing. Increase attack by 5%, decrease skill cooldown by 1.2 seconds, and increase burn damage dealt by 50% for 5 seconds upon using an active skill on a 15-second cooldown, only for K. This K's burn damage is already ridiculous. And this card, giving him that cooldown, giving him that attack, this is going to be an amazing option card. In fact, this is a card you definitely should be running on K if you're running with him. This is just, wow. They made a monster of a character even more of a monster. And if you have that card, it's really going to be great, especially for the new Omega Rugal, maybe for the new Immortal Rock. And then check this out. Whoops, I'm sorry, I clicked on the wrong one. And then they gave him a damn 3 PG card. A 3 PG card. What? Holy mother of God. Now let's look at this thing. Let's look at this card. So we'll click on the fighters here. We'll go to red. And let me find OK. We'll go to the skill preview. Here's this 3 PG. Okay, so it's not a super long animation, but he kind of just scoots across there and does a big hit at the end, a little thumbs down. Pretty cool, but yeah, it's just going to make him even better than what he is. It's not as good as his 5PG card, in my opinion. That 5PG has a super long animation, so as to whether or not that 3PG is going to be better than the 5PG for PvE content, I don't think it will. It might. I don't know. But for PvP, yeah, 3PG is probably going to be the way to go. We've talked about Alice, and Chris will be coming in later in a roulette. He's not in here right now. We do have a new super mission also that has Zhang Fei in here. I mean, there's so much that they've done. There's so much to talk about. But really great that you're getting a free Zhang Fei. You're going to get a card. You're going to get a yellow memory. And then all these little other goodies up at the top. The other thing they've done is in the... Oh, I'm sorry. We want to go to the power-up dungeon. Well, the other thing they've done is they've implemented... Let's click on the right one here. Here we go. These new tiers. These new tiers. And the further down you go, the better options you're going to get. You're also going to have to spend more AP. So we're going to have to figure out whether the cost to reward ratio is as good as what it was before, when we could just use our other cards and duplicates to level up other cards, or if this new system is about the same as far as the cost to reward. That's something we're just going to have to do a little testing with and experimenting with. But if you go all the way to tier 7 and you see the CP you need, 48,000 CP, that's a lot of CP. But, you know, you can get the rubies, of course, but check this out. You have all these cards, just 4-star, 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 right? No 3 stars, which is good. That's good. Then you got these babies, which I'm not sure, but I think these cards level up your card all the way up. I'm not really sure. They got that nice rainbow border around them, which means they're pretty potent, but I don't know how potent they are. You got the skill level cards, and then they got some other little interesting cards in here. You got these babies. Now, these cards here actually can be used to equip in your extra slot where your PG gain card is, like your 3PG card or your 5PG card. There's 2 slots where you can equip one of these cards. So this card here can be put on a purple fighter and help build up their CP if you don't have an extra PG card. This card can be equipped on a blue fighter if you don't, and so on and so on. This for the red, this for the green, this for the yellow, and so on. And then they throw in this here. Check this out. Then we have this card here, and this is an option card. You see the yellow there. And you can actually put this card and increase your defense, bleed, and increase attack. So now they've made option cards that are kind of like imprint stones, actually. It's the same kind of stats, but a little bit different, but still it's virtually the same thing. So I think for PvE game modes, these cards could be really good because, you know, we have, you know, dot effects that are very effective in these new game modes like burn and bleed and so on and so on. So they might be very effective. We'll have to wait and see. You have all these 5-star cards here, which the thing about the 5-star cards is, I mean, they're kind of useless, right? They're kind of useless. Matter of fact, but we'll jump in that in a second. So then we have these cards here, which you see the attack, you see the bleed, right? This is a set that increases your HP, defense, and HP, defense, HP. So 10% HP and 5% defenses. And it increases bleed by 60% and increases attack fighters by active skill damage by 15%. So these might, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I imagine Fest cards would still be better. They just have more CP than these things. So, but this might be an okay option when you're coming in here and farming to use on these certain PvE modes that need bleed or need burn. I mean, if you switch, if you go to another card here, here's one with burn damage. And then, you know, you can go to another one. Okay, so they just have burn and bleed so far. Okay. And then you can get all these other cards in here, right? All these 5-star cards. We've talked about all these. You can get all these PG cards. So when you get up to this last tier, you're going to get nothing but 4-star and above, right? That's all you're going to get is 4-star and above, which is, I mean, that's great. That's great. You know, you're going to use 60 AP each time, so you're going to use a lot of AP. But let me go into the cards here and let's look at something. Let's look at something. So it's still 3 and 4-star cards, right? Let's go into options. And let's look at a 5-star card. So, I mean, this is the problem. We still can't use our 5-star cards. Yeah, we can level them up, we can evolve them, but we can't use them as fodder. We can't, and this sucks. So what's going to happen is you're going to end up getting a lot of 5-star cards that you're probably just going to delete, because eventually your inventory is just going to build up. Look at mine. And it's just going to get up. And if you want more inventory, you got to spend rubies, which I would not advise. So it's still, in my opinion, the card system still isn't good enough. I mean, even without testing the new cards, the new power-up dungeon, you know, the drop rates and all that, I just don't think it's good enough, because all of our 5-star option cards, like all these cards that we could have used before, I mean, like this card here, I could have used these cards as duplicates to level up this card, right? But I can't now. And that was the problem before. That was the problem before, and that is a problem in my opinion. You know, we're just going to have a bunch of cards that are just going to be laying on the side, and they're not going to be doing anything at all. So I actually think it's like a bit of a band-aid as far as fixing the cards. I don't want the card system to change. I mentioned this before. I don't want it to change, but I want us to be able to make use of these 5-star cards. Make use of them. I mean, if we're going to get these cards, what are we going to do with them? We're not going to do anything except delete them, because we can't use them as fodder. There's a lot of cards that are just completely useless because the stats are not useful in the game. So, I mean, we need to, it was just better before because we could use them, you know. I just think that Marvel kind of dropped the ball on that. I still think that they should give us some kind of option to at least, you know, sell those cards for, like, for example, at least let us take these cards and take these 5-star cards, like right here, right, or whatever card, and sell it, right? Sell it, but sell it for other resources like an exchange, or have an exchange shop where you could use your 5-star cards to exchange for skill level up cards. That would be all right. Give us a purpose for these cards. Otherwise, they're just, I mean, we're just going to be deleting them and they're not going to be useful. I think I pretty much kind of brushed over everything for the most part. So I will be making future videos about the Omega Rugal for the Immortal Rock, all of those things after we do some testing and figure out maybe the best teams, or the best teams to use for those events. And as far as Alice here, you know, I do have a little ways to go to Pity. I'm not going to spend the $100 on the pack that is in the shop. I think I'll just go to Pity and see what I can get. But this video has been long enough as it is, so I will do the summons in a separate video. So let me know if I missed anything in the game. Let me know if you agree with me about the cards, if you're excited about all these new events and all these, you know, all the free rubies and the rewards that they're giving us. You know, was it good enough? And let me know what characters you've gotten, what cards you've gotten, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one.